Hi there. I'm Gigi Anderson. I'm a cheer and dance coach at the College of Idaho. I've had some questions over the years of how I organize my gear. And when I say gear, I mean uniforms, how I check them out, etc. So I'm going to go through my process that may or may not be helpful for you as a coach. I am very blessed and very lucky that I have space. I know that's always one of the biggest challenges. And one of the things I'm going to talk to you guys about is how to label your uniforms, that maybe if your school owns your uniforms and therefore you need to kind of have them organized so you know what they are in the fall or before comp season when you check them out, and then also when you check them back in. So I'm going to go through a simple kind of video that I'm going to cover a couple of those things all in one time. One of the things I do is I have a checkout. Now, again, I'm college, so my college checkout is going to be a lot different than what you guys are looking at, but this was from our last year. This is all of the gear, and I just created this, and yes, I printed my signature on that, where the cheerleader actually signs that they got it all, and then they sign at the bottom that they got it all checked out, and then when they check it back in, they initial it again, and I sign it, they sign it, saying, yep, they have for sure turned it back in. What I find this really helps, paper trail, I think is the term. This really helps a tremendous amount if you are in a situation that you have to bill students. If you don't have one of these little magic things, it does make it more challenging. So I really, really recommend you doing this. You can just write their name. I literally list everything here because it makes it easy for me. I forget what they're supposed to have. We have a lot of gear. Again, we're college, so we have a tremendous amount of poms and bows. We have 2 different uniforms plus lipstick, and we've got a lot of that kind of stuff that I've got to check out to them every fall. No, we don't check back in lipstick. So that's, first of all, that's one of the first things I do. Second of all, depending on what company you get your uniforms from, wherever that is happy. I don't care. It doesn't really matter. But all of your uniforms all have a different size program on them, i.e. some do numbers, some do letters, some do all kinds of things. I have the opportunity where I'm able to hang up my uniforms. Again, I know space is an issue for 99% of you guys out there. If you have to do it in totes, that's awesome. This is what I really recommend, though, if you are going to be in totes or in hang storage. Either one of these is, in my opinion, the easiest and best way to organize your uniforms. Tag them like a retail store. The reason why is because you will be able to see on that ticket right away what size that top is. Okay. Then when you organize them in your tote, you'll be able to get through it really fast. Where do I get one of those, you say? They're about $15 on Amazon. Okay. It's a swift attach gun like this. You load it like that. It takes a little used to. You've got to remember to keep your needle sharp, but it doesn't take anything to do it. All of your supplies for probably $30 max. And I'm saying max, you'll have everything you need. I bought a box of blank tickets, and yeah, they print on them, but I don't care. I'll write, if I just write over top of them. I don't need, the blank ones were more expensive, so that's why I bought ones that have print on them. They have a hole, and they're a little thicker cardboard type product. Okay, I'm very, very cheap. I bought these probably, I want to say 3 years ago. I still have that many left. You don't go through them very fast. You don't have to throw the tickets out because you literally can hold on to them. If you saw some of them in here have writing on them, and I just reuse them. Okay. If you're really organized, I tried that once. It didn't work so well for me. You can actually take the tags off when you check it out to the student, and then you'll have them when you check it back in. I tried that. It was a good idea in theory. It just didn't work so well for my brain. You buy a box of what we used to call 100 years ago in the retail world bullets. They're swift attach little T things, and that's what you use to re-swift attach your tags to it. So you rip those off. These are like almost free. They're super, super inexpensive. This box, again, I bought like 4 years ago. I think it has 5,000 swift attaches in it. Oh, 2,000, sorry. And it has 5 needles with it, and I think I've gone through 2 or 3. So, you will have to eventually, and they'll bend, you'll break them. I did break one. So that's a little bit about how I label my items. So if you have them in a tote, because this is a plastic tag, it's going to be less likely to rip off than a safety pin or a staple. I've tried all of these, guys. I'm telling you, safety pins are a giant pain in the butt to do because you have to stick every single one. This is a needle you go and you do, okay? On the skirts, I don't go through the tag on the skirts. The reason why is because it's inside, and at least with a shirt, it's got a neck. I can see it. I actually go right through one of the side seams. Here's one of the keys with those, though. Go into the seam so you don't make a hole, okay? And I'm going to show you how fast and easy this is because I happen to have a skirt that I need to redo. I'm going to look on it. I'm going to see what size it is. Pull out a happy little tag. I'm going to write exactly what I want it to say on it. Take my needle, load it up, make sure I've got it on the correct side. So whichever side you decide to have all yours on, make sure you do it on the same side for all of them because that'll make your brain explode otherwise. And I just go right into one of the seams just like this, wiggle it in a little bit, squeeze the handle, and you're done. That's how fast it is to label these. I'm telling you, it's the only way to go with labeling uniforms. Now, that's how you're going to store all your uniforms. In my opinion, it's the easiest, fastest way to do it. It's going to keep it very clean. You're not going to have pins coming unpinned and snagging other things and messing up other things or getting rust on anything. You're safe, okay? So that's your uniforms. That's how you're going to do them. Now you've got your little checkout sheet. Now you're going to get ready to check out your uniforms for your kids. This is a little boring basic trick I learned a couple of years ago. It's been incredibly effective. And what I have found is my uniforms come back in way better shape, and so do my bows. So we check out bows to our team. We check out bows, palms, and uniforms. They're all owned by the college, and then they check them out and they get them back in. Now, little Scooby clue. They store their palms in their duffel bag here over the summer because they are very funny, as you are very well aware with cheerleaders, about their palms. One of the things I found that was super inexpensive, I found, not dollar store, a little nicer than that. They're about $7 a piece. They're garment bags. They're worth it, and you get them back. Here's why. I am semi-crafty, just that much. So not as crafty as you are. What I did is I did our logo. I did a very cool heat press, but I did our heat press. I did our logo on it, so it looks very professional. It looks really fancy. The girls feel like they're really special. For my daughters, because I did one of these for my daughter at her high school team, I did do multi-colors. Yeah, I'm not doing that for 24 cheerleaders, but you can. That was my test one to see if I could do it, and it turned out really nice. These also have this really nice big clear pocket in them. This is just cardstock. Our theme last year was Friends. That was our homecoming theme for the year. That didn't happen, so it ended up being the one where they all stayed home, which I thought was kind of cute, but it was a hot mess because of COVID. This is literally, it's just a cute little card with their name on it and, you know, whatever our logo is. This year our theme is Legacy, so it's got kind of some pennant feels of days gone by. I do check my uniforms out on hangers. I want them back on hangers, and I tell them that. These are my hangers. I want them back, okay? Part of the reason I do this is because my uniforms come back to me like this. Isn't it beautiful? My uniforms are clean, and they're well taken care of because they have a place to put them. These are kids in a dorm room. They live on campus. They don't have to haul their uniforms in cars to and from games and to and from competitions. Imagine how dirty my uniforms. Oh, wait, you guys know that because you're in high school and that happens to you guys. So I'm going to tell you, the garment bags are awesome. It makes them feel very professional. It makes checking in gear so much cleaner. Things don't get dropped on the way to check in or any of those kind of things. So what I have is I then layer my uniform in the bag. So they have their top, their skirts, all of those things. They have their bow holder. There's another tutorial on how to do those. Somebody had asked what they look like on the bow holder. Well, there it is. And it hangs in their storage bag. So all of their gear is here together. In the bottom, we even have, which I don't know that hers, yeah, here they are. We have awareness socks that we wear for our pink out games. Those also get tossed in the bottom of the bag. So when I go to check out my gear for my cheerleaders at the beginning of the year, all their stuff is in one bag. So then what we do is they walk in. I've got all their stuff all put in their little magic bag. I go, here's your bag. Now, let's go through the sheet and make sure that you have everything. And then we just check it off. Check in, or checking out of uniforms is this. Checking back in uniforms goes the exact same way because they're going to do it the way I did it the first time. So if I have a hot mess and I have crap everywhere and I have people doing 17 different things and stuff gets lost, guess what? When I go to check in, that's exactly how it's going to be. So if I can have it set up as a system in a garment bag like this, I'm telling you, it is so worth it. These, I can't remember exactly where I got them. I think it was Next Apparel. It was either Next Apparel. I'm 90% sure it was not Jiffy Shirt. So I think it was Next Apparel is the one who had these. It's just one of those wholesalers that you buy your t-shirts if you make your own t-shirts for your team, or if you do tie-dye projects for your team. It's one of those type of companies. You'll just look for them. I think they're $8 to $10 maybe. Again, I know that's an expense. You can have your cheerleaders buy them if that's something, if you're like, I don't want them back. And then they can get a $5 credit if they bring it back to you. I don't know. To me, they're so worth it because it does make my job so much easier. So I hope that was helpful. Again, I'm trying to get a few of the videos that I've been asked about over the years handled today and sharing as much as I can so that hopefully it helps somebody else out there. Have an awesome day, and thanks for watching, and like if it was helpful.